And we are live. Welcome, everybody, to our 2000 subscriber Hot Ones Challenge. So, tonight we're going to be doing the Hot Ones Challenge, which is going to be awesome. Well, it's going to be awesome, but it may not be awesome for my taste buds. We'll have to see. Full disclosure, I'm normally okay with hot food, except that was many years ago. I feel like I've lost a lot of my ability to tolerate heat. So this could be very interesting. We'll have to see. That's going to be that kind of cool thing. All right, let's get ourselves going. We're going to start, first of all, with just introducing everybody who's here. We got Scott in the house who's asking who's feeling spicy. I will be soon enough. That's for sure. Jill's in the house. Hi, hi. And we've got Enid. Hello, Enid. Fantastic to see you. You guys are probably wondering, why am I all the way down here in the corner? And why do I get all that big, giant real estate there? Well, I got some fancy graphics here tonight. So we're going to, as I'm going up the Scoville scale, just like on Hot Ones, I'm going to show you what the current sauce is, and that's where that's going to go. So that is fantastic. And we've got, this is definitely Tim Danter, because I do not think Nancy would make a holy hot sauce Batman joke. So welcome to the stream, Tim. Great to have you. This is going to be fun. I'm really, really, really looking forward to this. Now, we also have, and this is my emergency milk. I'm going to show it to you right here. So emergency milk, I guess you can't really see. I'd probably spill it. That is not going to be touched for as long as possible. So the emergency milk, the idea is to have it after all of the hot balls. I don't know why I'm calling them hot balls. Hot meatballs is probably less funny, but it's still a good word to call it. So I have that. I did do a poll over on the community tab just to see what people thought. And most people think I am going to break out the milk after the bomb. So they're all thinking that. They don't think I'm going to make it all the way to the end without taking a sip of that milk. I hope to prove them wrong, but I don't know. If I wasn't me and I was voting, I would probably vote for the bomb as well. So that's kind of one of those neat little things. Now, in addition, of course, to having the hot balls, the hot meatballs, I just want to call them hot balls. Don't know why. In addition to them, I have also got some user-submitted questions, and I asked you guys through all kinds of different things just to get these questions over to me, and I've got it narrowed down to 10. So they are going to get progressively hotter as we progress. So, it'll be fun. Muggsy is in the house, and he says, "Holy hot banana bread." Yeah, it's like we made banana bread with banana peppers. I will say some of the questions were great. Some of them were like, "Oh, that's a weird question. I've never heard that question before." So we got a whole different mix of questions. Now, in addition to the questions that were submitted, you guys are absolutely encouraged to ask as many questions and start chatting about anything you want to chat about. We're going to do that as well. So it's not going to be this formal thing. Like I don't plan to just sort of go zip, zip, zip through the hot sauce and answer a few questions and say goodbye. We're going to drag this out a little bit. We'll probably front load the actual hot balls up front for the simple reason that, you know what? A lot of people are here for that. So, and plus it makes it easier if I ever want to just clip that part of the show and throw it up as a video or something. So that will be cool to see. Jordan's in the house and he says, "Hello, Mountain Finance. Great to see you, my favorite YouTube streamer. Hope you're all well. Hi all to chat family." Yeah, that's awesome, Jordan. So here was the funny thing. I scheduled this before I hit 2,000 subs. So I was thinking to myself, okay, yeah, I'm going to hit 2,000 by Thursday. No problem. But I'll tell you, There was one day where I just only picked up like 2 subs and then maybe 1 the following day, and I was just like, I was starting to sweat. I was starting to sweat. I'm like, "Uh-oh, what if I don't hit that 2,000?" I'd hate to have been here. Like, it would suck if we were here right now. I says, "Well, I got 19.99. That's close enough." Well, luckily to say, everything turned around the second half of the week. We're at, I think, 2,010 subs when I was coming in here. So that might fluctuate plus or minus 1 as we go. Who knows? But yeah, let's get this hot show on the road. All right. So the first one that we are going to do, and you guys will get to see you'll get to see the thing, which is kind of cool. All right. So our first hot sauce of the night, it is our it's the chili maple. So it's going to be pretty good. It's only 1,600 Scoville heat units. That's what SHU stands for. So this is pretty darn mild. And this is that one that everybody is like, if you've ever watched Hot Ones, this is that one where everybody is just like, woohoo. This is easy. And this is the one that lulls you into thinking it's going to be an easy challenge. So before I have that first ball, we got Terry Riley in the house. Holy banana. Sorry, Terrain Riley in the house. Holy banana bread. And we got a goat. We got the goat of the chat, Jordan, in here with a $5 super chat. So happy you made 2K subscribers. An amazing event. Yes, I'm really happy to be here. All right. Now you guys can probably see, I'll flip back here. Over here, we got all the hot sauces laid out. And we got all the meatballs. I have pre-sauced them because otherwise you guys would see me struggling with the sauce because some of them are thick and I had to actually stick a stick in it to pull out sauce to get onto some of these. So, all right, let's grab this first one. This is our classic hot sauce, chili maple on a pork ball. So let's see how this goes. All right. Okay, I can taste some maple. It's not that bad, actually. I just need a place there to put the toothpicks. Okay, that's not too bad. That was the first one. Let me throw you guys my question. All right. This first question was insane. So it was, that was not from the hot sauce. I was trying to swallow that. So I use National Bank direct brokerage and like the service, but just discovered they don't offer a USD spousal RRIF, even though they offer both USD and CAD spousal RRSPs. They offer only a USD RRIF version of RRSP. Holy banana bread. Clients are forced to cash and convert to CAD to place in CAD spousal RRIF or cash out and transfer in kind out of the USD spousal RRSP. Completely illogical to offer one and not the other. I'm currently on hold researching any loopholes I can find, calling the CRA2. Okay, that's a great question. I think it's a question. Now, I did reply that I will try to make a question out of it. I think what it is when you are dealing with something like this, if your bank, your brokerage does not offer something that they should offer, first of all, check to see if other brokerages offer it. Make sure that it is something that is available on the market. If it is, then talk to your brokerage. Sometimes some brokerages will offer something that they haven't made it intuitive to how to set it up. So contact them first. Now, I'm thinking if he is on the phone calling the CRA, they may not, and he's looking into that. Maybe I've never heard of whether there is a USD RRIF. So I don't know the answer to that. But when you run into roadblocks like that, and that's why I chose this as our first one, when you run into a roadblock, simply reach out, check with the CRA, check with the bank, check with your brokerage, see if you can find out what is going on with them. So that's the first question. So that's kind of cool. Okay, let's catch up here on chat. Only 1,000. That's 999 more than I could handle. And a string of happies from Jordan. Dave D says, congratulations on 2K. And Nicole says, congrats on 2K. And we got the friggin' Oracle in the house saying congrats. And I'd be happy with just a simple A, B, C, D. And 9 is in the house for the banana bread hot sauce. So we're working our way up to that. All right. So that was our first one. That was really tame. So let's take a look and see what we got as our second sauce. So our second sauce is called Banshee Ranch. And we're turning the Scoville units up a bit to 6,200. Holy banana bread. All right. Now this one, I don't know if you can see the yellow on here, but it's kind of a yellowish sauce. So, well, yellow-white. So let's see how this one is. Okay. Not bad. So far, I'm not frightened. Oh, you can sort of see the color. If you look at the bottle there, you can see the color of the sauce, which is kind of cool. Okay. So far, this challenge seems pretty easy. Okay. Other than the meatballs are a little dry, but that's what happens when you cook them and they, because they were cooked a little while ago. All right. The second question that we have, and I heard Jill making noises in the background because she did the cooking and she, I think she's like, what's going on? So, before we get to that second question, here's just Scott was mentioning that he thinks Scotia iTrade offers a USD RIF. So that looks pretty good. Tim has broken out into a sweat already just watching this. Holy banana bread. Use a tissue, Tim. Just sort of get that sweat before it gets in your eyes. All right, the second question, and it's another easy question. These questions do get harder as we go. When is the best time of the day to DCA, the dollar cost average? Here's the thing. When you look at the market and you're trying to set, like if you want to DCA, you don't want to DCA in the first hour. You also don't want to do your DCA in the last hour. And here's the reason. That is when you're going to have the biggest market fluctuations, the biggest volatility, as the market responds to things that happened in the off hours. So for that reason alone, if you're doing a DCA, middle of the day is your best idea because you're going to get, because the whole idea of dollar cost averaging is you're trying to get that average price right across the board. Middle of the day is when you're normally going to see a more average price, and you're not going to get a situation where, let's say, for example, there was some kind of a bad earnings report or something in the morning and it just tanks. Usually by the afternoon, if it does do a giant tank, it still starts climbing back up. So your DCA that's coming in a little bit later, it's not going to take that full hit when you buy in that day. So yeah, if you are DCAing and you're setting up a schedule, go more towards the middle of the trading day and not so much. And I would even say as well, if you're doing like a weekly one, even avoid the Monday and the Friday because you will get more volatility on those days as well. So yeah, that would be what I would do on that front. Yeah, that was just me getting caught up. My tongue got caught. Have you looked at that bank I mentioned to you? No, it is on my list to do. I just didn't get a chance to do it yet, Ken, but I do remember because that's the one you saw from Borowell. All right, Neeluk asks, congrats, Candace. Keep up the great content. Thank you. Thank you. Well, that's what I plan to do. So that was our second. Let's turn the heat up. Let's get something a little bit hotter here. So we'll go with our third one, which is called Kijio. So there we go. And it's funny, I can't actually see the actual name of it on here because I got a little live thing saying you've been live for 14 minutes and 18 seconds covering over Kijio. All right, let's grab Kijio here. Oh yes, I got a good little bit of it here on the side. So we're gonna try this one here. We'll see how hot this one is. We're now up to 15,000 Scovilles. So let's see here. Okay. I can feel a little bit here. This is the first one where I've actually feel a tiny something on my tongue. But still not bad. Still not bad. But you know what they say? If you've watched Hot Ones, they say the first half is not bad. It's the second half you got to look out for. So, yeah, that's not bad at all. All right. Before we get to that question, Thytran asks, can you please review the oil price? Thanks. We are going to be discussing oil in one of these questions coming up, and I will answer that question when we get to it. But yeah, we're going to touch on that tonight, Thigh. So just stay tuned. Okay, now the question I got for number 3 is, what is the difference between active and passive? What is the difference between active and passive investing strategies? Okay, so there's a different ways that you can look at this. First of all, you can go really surface wise, being, an active investing is more a lot of your do it yourself. Passive investing could be, for example, using a robot. So a robo advisor to do it for you, where you're just simply paying a fee. You put the money in, they handle everything for you. That's a correct answer, but you can also take it a little bit further, and you can go into just do it yourself investing, and you can look at passive investing being using ETFs opposed to using stocks, like individual stocks. So using an ETF, you're paying a management fee on those ETFs, and you're not doing a lot of the work. The management team of that particular ETF, they're the ones who are doing the work. They're the ones who are rebalancing. They're the ones who are, if they have a company that they're invested in that basically is doing really, really awful, they can get rid of them and replace them. So they do all of that background stuff for you. Whereas if you're doing individual stocks, then you're responsible for your own fundamentals, and you're responsible for going in and getting, rebalancing, getting rid of the dogs, all of that. So that would be the big difference between active and passive. And it really doesn't boil down to it. You don't have to say I'm an active investor or I'm a passive investor. I mean, unless of course you are going full robo advisor, then yeah, you're totally passive. You can, for example, with do-it-yourself investing, there can be times where you're going to be busy in the real world, and maybe you'll want to just sort of shift your portfolio more towards an ETF style investing, so a more passive investing. And then when you do have more time and you want to get more focused on your investing, then you can become a bit more active. Normally with brand new investors, I usually will say, start with your ETFs, while you're learning the ropes and while you're learning how to do fundamental analysis, and you're learning a little bit about, how to not get yourself into a lot of trouble when it comes to picking bad stocks or making bad decisions, or even listening to YouTubers without doing due diligence, then, at that point, yeah, it probably makes sense to do a lot more passive investing until you're ready, until you've learned and you feel a lot more confident. Because I always say, if you're about to make a move in the market and you don't feel confident about that move, then you shouldn't be making that move. It just simply boils down to that. So that's what all works out to. All right, couple more little comments here we'll get to. Let's see. So where I come from, or based on my past experiences, the SHU is the Special Housing Unit, aka the whole or solitary confinement. Thank goodness it means Scoville heat units, right? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's a much better definition for the context of what we're doing. Terrain says, congratulations, Candace, and throws up some more heat balls. So let's get things a little bit hotter, shall we? All right, so we had just done Kijio. The next one is called Los Calientes Verde. So we'll put that one up here. Now we're really jumping up. 36,000 Scoville heat units. Let's grab that one. Here we are. Oh man, this one I got a whole bunch on. So this one's got, if this one's hot, I'm gonna feel it. So let's find out here. It's got a little bit of heat. It's not a bad heat though. Yeah, it's not bad. That's a pretty good one. Okay. But I will say, little tiny tingle on the tongue. So yeah, there's heat there. Um, but if you're a person who likes moderate heat, this one's probably not bad. Not bad at all, actually. It's kind of tasty. Beautiful thing is, all of these hot sauces, I can start using them now because I wanted to keep everything sealed until this challenge. So that's kind of cool. Okay. And our fourth question. So, what is the difference between a market order and a limit order? Okay. Well, that's pretty simple. Okay. So, when you're placing an order, normally if you don't do anything and just place an order, it's usually your market order. It means that you go to whatever the market is. So, you may, let's say for example you were buying Banana Co, my favorite stock. Um, if it's listed at $10 and you put in that order, because it's going as a market order, if whatever reason that price went up a little bit while it's being transmitted to the market, you may pay $10.02 or $10.03. So it does sometimes move, and sometimes it can go the other way too. So sometimes you can, put the order in at 10 and it's able to fulfill your order at 9.99. So it does work really nice. However, when there's a serious amount of volatility, so if you remember when I mentioned there's a lot of volatility at the beginning of the day and the end of the day. So let's say that price is plummeting on a stock at the beginning of the day. You may try to get in there, but everybody's trying to get in. That's a problem. And it may have, let's say Bananaco went all the way down to $9 rated opening, and you put in that order. It's just a market order, but then it goes back up. And next thing you know, instead of getting it at $9, you may end up getting it halfway up at like $9.50. So that's never good. So if you only really wanted it at $9 and you're thinking, nah, I don't want to pay more than that, well, you can use a limit order. A limit order is where you basically say, I want this number of this stock at this price, and it will only fulfill it if it's at that price or lower. So if you said I wanted it at $9, and by the time your thing got in, it was at $8.50. Let's say it was really falling because bad management team, I guess. Then you're going to get it at $8.50. But if it is already back up to $9.50 when your order gets in, then it's not going to charge you, and you're going to sit there and you can wait and decide. You can cancel it if you want. But the limit order just sets exactly what you're going to pay. And you can also use a limit order as well. Sometimes you might be saying, okay, well, I want to, I have a stock. I'm planning to sell it at, let's say you have Banana Combs. I'm planning to sell it at $11. And it is moving up a little bit, but you don't have time to sit there and watch the market. Let's say you have to go to work. Well, you could put in that limit order for $11. And if it hits $11 while you're at work, it'll automatically sell it for you. And you'll come home and it'll be, oh, yay, hooray. Although most cases I do that. I come home and it hasn't sold. What's really infuriating is if it gets to within a penny of your market price and it just didn't hit that last penny to trigger your order. But yeah, so that there is what the difference is between a market order and a limit order. All right. Verena says, oof, too hot for me. Yeah, and it's about to get hotter. Let me tell you. Jill says, that's not Jill. This is Ken. How limit orders are great to catch the dips. Yeah, low limit orders can be really good for that. Back to Jill. Jill said, I'm going to need gloves handling any of those. I wasn't able to even handle the jalapeno. All right. So our next sauce. So we were on, that was the Los Caliente. Okay. Let's go to the next one. And it is the Brooklyn Deli Ghost Pepper Sauce. And it's got 39,000 Scoville heat units. Let's put it over. Here we go. Oh, dear. Yeah, this one's going to be fun. Ghost Pepper. All right, let's do it. Okay. I'm feeling a little, I can feel it. Yeah, a little bit. It's still not too bad yet, but that's the first 5. The second 5 is where things really do pick up. But once again, it's got a nice taste to it. A little bit of heat, it's not too bad. I actually I felt the last one was hotter than this, so just gonna put that out there. Another oof. Yeah. See, people who don't like the I do. I have this is milk. Well, actually, it's cream with a hot sauce, right? If you take water, no, I can't drink that until I'm finished. I'm trying to see how long I can go without taking any. Um, if you use water because you had something too hot, all it does is it just spreads it around your mouth. So you want something like a heavy cream or a milk, or even something like ice cream to help break it down a little bit. And that'll give you a little bit of relief. So there we go. Just give you that. There we go. And I got a nice chili and pineapple sauce that's warm on the palate, but no heat in the belly. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. What is our next one? This is gonna be fun. I now this is the side of the chart I'm a little bit worried about. All right, so this one here, we're jumping up to 68,000 Scoville heat units. This one's called Mushroom Mayhem. Oh, wait a minute. I can't go to Mushroom Mayhem yet. I'll leave it up there. I forgot. We got to answer the question. Holy banana bread. And this is a good question for number 5. Our question is, what is the difference between TA and FA and which is better? So TA, technical analysis, FA, fundamental analysis. Here's the big difference. With fundamental analysis, this is what I'm doing in my deep dives, for example. You're going in, you're looking at the financials of the company. You're looking at their history. You're looking at basically all of the math behind what they're doing, how their growth has been, what's happening with their shareholders, pretty much everything you can think of. You're looking at it. So it's giving you a picture of where the company is right now. And that is great. Normally with fundamental analysis, you can get a general idea of where a company should be going in the future. And that's where fundamental analysis is really great. When you're looking into, is this going to be a good midterm investment? Is this going to be a good long-term investment? Fundamental analysis will tell you that. Technical analysis is when you're looking at the charts. So you're looking at the charts, you're looking at the patterns. And if you actually look at the chart, especially candlestick charts, I like, but when you're looking at the charts, all of the ups and downs on that, those are basically just people giving into either buy or sell pressure or hold pressure. And it basically paints a picture of their psychology. So with technical analysis, that's what you're doing. You're looking at a chart representation of the overall psychology of what's going on in the market. Now, this is good for short-term predictions. So when you see a pattern, because patterns will repeat. Why do patterns repeat? Because it's people behind the whole thing, and people tend to be fairly predictable. So when you see a specific pattern, you know that there's a higher probability of the pattern breaking up or breaking down depending on the pattern. And that's what you sort of are playing with when it comes to technical analysis. So a lot of TA is for more of your short-term stuff. So day traders use it a lot. Swing traders use it. If you're just a long-term investor, you don't even need to look at TA. You don't even need to be worried about it because fundamental analysis will be your best friend in that case. Okay, let's get to that mushroom mayhem now. Holy banana bread. And let me see here. I just have one last question here before we get into that. Do you like the cash ETFs like PSA? At this moment, I can get better returns on other ETFs. So that's one of the reasons I haven't really dived too much into some of the cash ETFs. But I think they're a really good idea. And I really want to get a bit of history behind them to see how stable they are over longer periods of time. So right now, they're they're still new. And I think they're okay. I think they're going to be fine. But I'll be happier when I get a little bit more history. And I'd also like to see if they can find a way to even enhance that return a little bit more. But anyway, that's kind of what I'm thinking about with the cash ETFs at the moment. But that would make a great video idea. So I may have to do a little bit more research into that. And the friggin' Oracle says, fundamental, is their vision achievable? If so, look at a possible time frame for completion. This can help with DCA. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Good advice from the friggin' Oracle. All right. We got Mushroom Mayhem coming up. And here we go. So this ooh, I got a whole bunch on this one. I'm expecting some Mushroom Mayhem in my mouth here in a second. And that sounded much funnier than I meant it to sound, but hey, let's do this. Oh, hello. Yeah. Here we go. Wow. That one has some heat. Well, they aren't kidding about the second half being much hotter. Whew. I know. Hello, Dolly. And Verena has grown a whole bunch of extra eyes. So, wow. All right. Oh, and I got a question. I have a question. Somebody actually asked, can you explain the efficient market hypothesis and its implication for individual investors? I was looking at this and I'm like, seriously? What kind of question is this? It's one that's perfect for number 6. So there it is. So what basically the efficient market hypothesis argues that the market is already fairly priced. And because of that, it makes it hard for an individual investor to really get ahead and make larger profits. So in other words, it basically says it's impossible to beat the market. Ooh. I personally do not subscribe to this because here's the thing. You can make money on undervalued stocks. Those are a perfect example. So when you find stocks that are really undervalued but have really good fundamentals, you're almost guaranteed, almost, I say, not always, but you're almost guaranteed that you're going to get some good returns on those investments. So that's going to be one of those interesting things. So let's see. This is cracking me up. Oh dear. I should wash them down with pina coladas. It's coconut milk. There we go. Do your best not to exhale through your mouth. That's probably a good idea. I have a feeling I'm going to be breathing fire in a little bit. So, but yeah, that was a great question, by the way. The efficient market hypothesis. It's one of those things like I never hear people talking about it. And then I get it in a question. I'm like, oh, okay. So that's kind of good there. All right. The next one. Let's get to the next one. The next one is oh dear. We're getting really close to the bomb. So I just sort of want to warn people. The next one is by Angry Goat. It's called Dreams of Calypso. And we're now in the 100,000s. So this here is 101,000 Scoville heat units. Holy banana bread. Things are starting to get serious now, folks. And let's see. So, I should get in the right order. Exhale, Jordan. I would be gasping for air. F the exhale. See, too funny. How are you two doing these days? I can't wait for the next one. Yeah. Tissues incoming. All right. Angry Goat. Yes. Opposed to Jordan, who is the goat because he did that little super chat earlier. Love the super chats. All right. Here we go. This is an angry goat. Ah! That's my best impersonation of a angry goat. So, here we go. Angry goat. Yeah, it bit me in the tongue. Holy banana bread. Whoa. Whoa. It's like that goat said, you wouldn't like me when I'm angry. Oh, gosh. Whew. That was a good one. That was a good one. Ah, your face is getting red. Yes. Oh, and Comedy Web TV is here. Hello, Comedy. Woo! Oh, dear. Oh, Lord. And I got a question to answer. Stop with the banana bread. Tell us how you really feel. Whew. Face purple, crying, blue wide eyes, green, smiling. Okay. Well, the question for that dream of Calypso is, what is a black swan event? Okay. Whew. Well, sometimes when something happens that you don't see coming, that's your black swan event. So in the market, for example, the pandemic was a black swan event. Nobody predicted a pandemic coming. Well, a lot of people thought there'd be eventually be a pandemic, but nobody predicted it for 2020. And that's what caused a big impact in the market. Russia invading Ukraine, another great example of a black swan event. So there's definitely some great examples. And those are the things that, even with great fundamental analysis that we were talking about before, there's nothing you can do to predict a black swan event. As an investor, you almost need to, when a black swan happens, you need to sort of analyze what the black swan is, first of all. Because if the situation is that it is something that, the market's going to recover from, you want to be sure that you're not reacting poorly. So, for example, if at the beginning of the pandemic and everything is dropping like crazy, if you were to go and start selling stuff, holy banana bread, you're making a mistake because you're realizing all of those losses. Whereas everything after that, within a month or two, things were already well on their way back up, and we got to new all-time highs after that. So be careful with black swan events. Now, if it's a situation where something is happening to your company, but it's not happening to everybody else, and it's probably not a black swan event, and you need to sort of take a look at it, make up your mind whether or not, if it is time to bail out of a company. Sometimes it is, but usually you look at the fundamentals and you'll see reasons why you want to get out of that company. So you just want to be a little bit careful with how you jump out of a situation. But normally with a black swan event, you're not jumping out. You're just holding on. And in some cases, if you're very confident in that company and you've got a whole bunch of extra cash, you may even be buying the dip in these black swan events. Because you take it, if somebody had a bunch of money at the March 2020 when the market completely collapsed very briefly, there was a lot of money you could have made there. Oh, please don't give me the hiccups, because that would not be funny. All right. So let's see here. Oh, Candace, this is priceless. I can't stop laughing. Yeah. And the next one is to bomb, by the way. So I just want to put that out there. Black Swan was the angry. It was. I was thinking everything's going to be great until the bomb. So I got proved wrong. So I can't stop laughing. Congrats on the 2K subs. Thanks for welcoming me. Makes me feel special. Absolutely. It's everybody's welcome. It's a great community. And hopefully this is going to, make your night a little bit more smiley. See. Let's see. Black Swan. Look at Binance removing all the USD pairs and BTC dropping. Yeah, exactly. From the world of crypto, there's a good example. Let's see. Jill, there aren't enough open flames around me here. I'm traveling a ton of work. It's been hectic, so it's hard to be regular. Oh, I don't want to even guess what that means. The next hot sauce could be considered a black swan event. Yes. Metamucil for the irregularity. Okay, good. Hiccups and hot sauce. Hey, Verena, how are you doing from the Danters? All right, let's. Oh, I'm going to pull this up here, and we're about to see what's up next. Up next is Da Bomb Evolution. This is the one on the show that does a lot of people in. And this is the one that after this one, everybody thinks most people think I'm going to go to the milk. Oh, dear. Oh, we got some. And you can see all of that red stuff there. That's all the bomb. That is the bomb. Quite literally. It's like a depth charge is about to go off in my mouth. Holy banana bread. Oh dear. This is the one that scares me a little bit, but let's do it. Okay. Okay. Oh God. Whoa, yeah. Oh, wow. Holy cow. I think I lost some in my cleavage. Whew. Oh. Whoa. That is, that's an experience. Whew. No, can't do the milk yet. That's 135,600 Scoville heat units. And here's the thing. With the bomb, it's an extract. It makes it worse. It really, really does. Oh, 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 oh. Whoa, whoa. And I got a question too. What is the Sharp ratio? Holy banana bread. Why ask me this? Okay. All right, so a Sharp ratio. I'm not going near my eyes. Whew. Whoa. Woo, woo, woo. Hello, tongue. Whew. So a Sharp ratio. It compares the ROI of a fund with its risk. So it's like profit versus risk. So and it does this on a fund. Really, you don't see this much on individual stocks. This is more for ETFs, index funds. You can even use it for mutual funds. Whew. Yeah. So basically, you take the excess amount of returns from a fund, and you divide that by a measurement of its volatility to come out with this Sharp ratio. And you can use it to compare between different funds. It's not used that a lot. I don't use it very much because I don't find it super useful. I think there's a lot better fundamentals out there, but that's what the Sharp ratio is. Whew. Oh, wow. Whew. Wow. Whew. Let's see. What language? I think that was hot language. LOL. Yes, and I told people, like, there's tears. There's tears. I'm not, well, I might be sweating and I don't know it. I don't know. Tomorrow's bathroom release will be fiery. Perhaps. Yes. Perhaps. Why don't you give us a hot stock pick? Oh, yes. Whew. No open flames. Yes, tomorrow will be oof. Yes. All right. We've got 2 left. 2. And so we're going from 135,000 Scoville units to, holy banana bread, 638,000 Scoville units. This is called Taco Vibes Only. Holy cow. Whew. This is going to be tough. This one's going to be fun. Oh, that's a long stretch. Oh, I think I got some on the tip of my finger too. So I'll have to be very, very careful. All right. So you can sort of see down here, all that red is that 638 Scoville units. Holy cow. It's a jump. My tongue is still like going, hello, hello. What was that last one? So, here we go. Okay. Okay. That one's hot. But you know what? It's a less in your face hot than the bomb. But whew, I need to get the stuff off my fingers, though. I don't want to get hot sauce on anything. Oh, wow. Whew. Okay, now the question I got for the taco vibes was, whew, I can have milk after the next one, so. Oh. What is this? Oh. All right. Wet wipe to get the stuff off. Okay. Whew. So the question for Taco Vibes is, can you explain the difference between front running and insider trading? Okay. Oh, I think I almost had a runny nose. I imagine I will by the end. So both of these are illegal, by the way, front running and insider trading. Front running is done by a broker. So if you're a broker, for example, and let's say you had a client, an institutional client who wanted to buy a whole bunch of Banana Co. So you know they're buying so much Banana Co. it's going to knock the price up. So you go and you buy your own Banana Co. first before putting their order through. And then on the other side, you sell the Banana Co. and you've made a big profit. That's called front running, highly illegal. The way the law works, especially in Canada, is you have to do all of their stuff first before you even put your orders through, and then you're safe. Because then if they inflate the price and then you decide you're going to invest, you're getting it at, whatever that inflated price there is. You're not manipulating the market to make a profit. So that is oh, my mouth is alive. That's front loading. Insider trading is if you work at a company and you have insider information. So you know stuff that the public doesn't know. Like, let's say, for example, somebody who's working at Banana Co. all of a sudden knows that there's a potential scandal that's about to break, and they go and sell all their stock. Well, they sold it before the scandal breaks and the price falls. So that would be considered insider trading. Both is illegal. You can go to jail for them. So, that is the difference between them. Okay. Oh, a little bit of phlegm in my throat. Okay. This here is the last dab. So you can see we got a whole bunch on it, but being the last dab, it means I have to put a dab on it. An extra dab. Holy banana bread. Now, before I do that, though, let me actually pull up the thing for it so you guys can see what we're in for. What is about to happen here? So, they don't have an official Scoville units, but this here is made from the Apollo pepper, which is a mutated pepper, and it's apparently the hottest pepper in the world. And they estimate it at 2.5 million SHUs. Actually, I'm going to give this a good shaking first just to make sure it comes out. Oh boy. This one's going to be fun, folks. This is going to be really fun. All right. Here we go. I'm going to put a dab here on it. Oh, there we are. There's our last dab right there. Going to close this up. Going to put it. I'm just going to put it right there. I don't care if it goes in the right spot now at this point. We're almost done. Okay. We have made it through everything. We've made it through the bomb. Holy banana bread. Now we're going to make it through the last dab Apollo. Okay. Here we go. We got a question too for this one as well. Okay. Oh, whoa. Wow. Okay. Oh, God. Oh, that was really good. Oh, Oh, there's the cream. Oh, wow. Wow. I know what it's like to be Godzilla. Oh, 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 ah. Whoa, I need more cream. That lives up to expectations. I mean, it lives up to expectations. Whew. I got a question to ask her. Whew. Wow. Whoa. Oh. Oh my God. Okay. I'm going to save that one for guests. Oh. Whew. Whoa. Oh. Okay. All right. Good question. And this one comes from, this one actually comes out of the US. So, what will the long-term future of oil and gas stocks be with the transition to renewable energies? Will oil and gas become obsolete? Oh, oh, wow. Oh, this is whew. I don't know how I'm going to top this at the 5,000 sub stream. Okay, oil gas. Oh. All right. For now, oil and gas, they're going to remain important parts of of our economic world. Right now, we don't yet have the full infrastructure in place for renewables. So, short to midterm, I think you're still going to see a lot of good money come into this sector, which means that there's a lot of money to be made. But with that being said, when we start to look at longer term, we are going to see renewable energies become more and more prevalent within the industry. And as a result, if you're looking at good oil companies, good energy companies to get involved in, you want to look at what their plans are for renewables for your long term. So if they are, for example, building wind farms, if they're already utilizing a lot of natural gas, hydroelectric, geothermal, all of that, then they're probably a good company to get involved with. I'm not going to touch my eyes with my fingers, but with this here. Oh, God. Excuse me. Oh. I'm starting to recover. My mouth is, the heat's coming down. But let me tell you, that was a good one. Whew. Wow. So yes, long term, you want to make sure any company that you're in for as a long-term investment, that they have a keen look towards renewables. So tomorrow, for example, I have a video coming out on Suncor that you guys voted for. And holy banana bread. Look at this. Look at this. The Danters have dropped $27.99. Thank you so much, Tim and Nancy. That is fantastically awesome. Holy cow. Well, Jordan, you're no longer the goat. They took it from you. But wow, that is fantastic. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. All right. And Jordan says, sounds like you're boiling over, though. A little bit. I didn't think it's funny. I thought I'd be breathing fire. I didn't realize it was going to make me laugh so much. So, it sounds to me like it was just one of them really good things. So, wow. Yeah, that is just fantastic. All right. So those are the questions that you guys submitted. Guys, throw whatever you want in chat. We'll talk as long as the questions keep coming. We'll do what we do. And let's see, what you just did was super fantastic. Thank you. Like, here's the funny thing. I think when I came up with the idea, I was like, I don't know if this will work or not, but let's just do it. And you know, if you guys remember, back when I hit 1,000 subs, we did that drinking scream. So the drinking scream, I was gonna say the drinking stream, and I don't drink, so I think I got a little bit tipsy on that stream, so that was kind of fun. Let's see. You didn't answer my earlier question. Who is your biggest celebrity crush? My biggest celebrity crush. Holy banana bread. Um, it really depends. Like, I have celebrity crushes that are like non-crush like, for example. Um, like take somebody like Neil deGrasse Tyson. I would love to spend an afternoon just talking to that guy. Because he's just really smart and he likes a lot of the same things that I do. When it comes to, you know, kind of gooey, lovey feelings, I don't really think anybody falls into that category. But there's definitely a lot of celebrities that I would love to pick their brains about what they do. And that would be a lot of fun. And Jill thanked Tim and Nancy for their generosity. And Verena says, we should do this live stream all together once. Yeah, absolutely. Here's the thing. I don't know if I will be ready to travel when Blossom comes to Toronto. But I know Blossom's been doing this meet and greet thing. They did one in Vancouver, and I think next month they're doing one in Calgary. But I will talk. I should talk to Brandon and see if you know, depending on once they know when the Toronto one is, you know, or even the Montreal, because I'm kind of in Ottawa. I'm kind of between the two. But it would be really fun to actually come out to one of these and then, you know, meet a bunch of you guys and you know, hang out with some of the other YouTube streamers that are all over there on Blossom. So yeah, that would be really cool. And I mean, the live stream thing too. Here it is. I mean, I may do a solo live stream, but I mean, if anytime one of you says, I just want to come on for a little bit, I could probably make that happen. And you know, it's up to you guys if you want to. Why not? I've been kind of like looking at like with this week. I love this week. But at the same time, I would love to be able to just sort of go you know, bring on a guest, for example, for 10 minutes to talk about one thing or 20 minutes or something. So that is one of those things. Oh, Verena, you want me to do Montreal? Okay. The only problem I'd have with Montreal is I love that city so much that I would probably want to stay because it's one of my favorite cities. But yeah, maybe Montreal. I'll take a look. I'll take a look. I'll have to talk to Brandon and see how that all goes. But I would definitely like to come out to one of those if it's possible. So it really depends upon the dates, but certainly it's something I'm looking at and, you know, thinking about. And obviously, as soon as if I have anything official, I will let you guys know about that because that would be a lot of fun. Holy cow. Oh, it's true. This challenge, after you take it, basically 15 minutes after the challenge, you're absolutely fine. But it's that journey. It's that journey that's a lot of fun. So I have a feeling that this will become one of my most watched live streams. It's gonna be, especially once word gets out that I'm really funny when I'm getting high on hot sauces. Well, not high, you know what I mean, but just, you know, getting temperatured or heated or hot. I don't know what to say. I should just shut up. Let me know. That would be nice. Yeah, absolutely. I think that would be a lot of fun. And it's one of these things too. Somewhere's down the line, especially once the channel gets bigger, I would certainly like to try to get out to more event style things. And I know when I was talking to Brandon on the phone as well, we were just talking about different types of events that could happen right across the country. That I don't know if they're tied into this event or if we're talking about separate events, but I think there's a lot of potential there. Like Blossom, as they're growing and as they're becoming, getting more and more users, there's a lot more opportunities popping up with them. And I think they're taking the whole social media for investors. They're really taking it to a level that is a lot of fun and it's very interactive. So any of you who have yet not come over to Blossom, down below after you finish the stream, there's my little link to go over to Blossom. Just download it. You don't even have to load up your profile if you don't want to on Blossom. You can just come in and just, communicate, chat, see my profile, all of that fun stuff. So that is pretty darn cool. Let's see. Verena says we could all get high on hot sauce. Yeah, exactly. And we'll get a little hot sauce van, and we'll just drive from city to city across the country, and we'll all just have some hot sauce. Come on, try it. Somehow I think I would get in trouble if I did that, but I think that would be a lot of fun. So as I said, the way I'm looking at these celebration streams, this one here was the 2000 one. Things pick up faster and faster as you get bigger, so your sub counts go up faster. So doing every 1,000 after 2,000, I wanted to do the 2,000 because, I thought that was good. I was thinking about, do I do 4,000 or do I do 5,000? But I kind of like the 5,000. So do 5,000, then do 10,000. And we'll figure out something. And this way here, if these things only happen, once a year or even once every, year and a half or so, it makes them a lot special. And I have got, so now I've got like a year and a half probably of just thinking about how I can top this. And I have no clue. I really don't. And I don't like to repeat myself. So it's not going to be a hot sauce challenge, but we will find something. No, we're not going skydiving. I'm afraid. It's not that I'm afraid of heights. I just don't like falling. So skydiving is kind of out. And plus, if I did it would be a pretty short stream, right? If it was, especially if something goes wrong. So one of those things. It's like my channel after something goes wrong will be about pancakes. It's just, what else could you do? Oh dear. And now now that we've finished that part, I'm going to get rid of the last dab, and I am going to put me back in the middle. There we go. And make me a little bit bigger. Yeah. There we go. Well, that's close enough. It'll be all fixed by the time we do our next live stream on Sunday. And here's the beautiful thing. After tonight, we get a video coming out tomorrow. So that's that whole Suncor one that was voted for. And I got to say, I was impressed with what I saw with Suncor. They were definitely pretty darn good. So you'll have to check that one out. So if you guys get any more questions, drop them in before we go. Because I know it's getting late here in Ontario. And it's almost time for the dancers to go to bed, and me too. I'm usually in bed by 10 anyway. So, but if you guys keep the questions coming, I'll keep answering them. That's the way I work. And I know there's a few people who want to be here who couldn't because of the time. So I just want to thank all of you people who are watching this on the replay as well. You guys rock. I know this one's going to get a lot of replay, so that's going to be fantastic. Oh, and Verena did buy a book on investing for dummies. See, I told you, those dummy books are really, really good. So I'm glad to see that you've taken the dive into dummyhood. And Enid is happy that the hot sauce challenge is over. Yes, and I didn't die. Because a few people were like, oh my God, I'm worried. I'm like, no, I'm fine. I'm fine. Trust me, I can handle it. It was a little hot, but I'm all good for the wear. And now I don't have to worry about the hot sauce challenge. Just sort of move forward as we move forward with the channel and try to keep on improving things. That's my goal. I just want to keep on making it better and better and better. And with a lot of you guys, like I see you everything. Like I don't see everything. I'm not God, but I see the same people who show up and are very active in the community, and and it really makes me feel closer to you guys, because you guys are just really, really awesome. So I feel good when I see the same people over and over again. I love to see new people as well, which is great. But I hope you're not alone doing that challenge. I'm never alone.
I'm not doing it.
How goes the course? Oh, the skydiving challenge. Yeah, no. If it'll be more or less whoever pushed me out of the plane, I grab them and pull them too. It'd be more like that. How goes the course? Well, I'm on the third hole. It's I'm not sure if I should be using a driver or a wedge, or I don't know golf. I'm just sort of going by names I've heard for that. No, the course is definitely something I am working on. I haven't had a chance to get too much of it done so far, but now that I've got this out of the way, I can start putting a little bit more effort into that, because I want to get that done. My goal, like I said, I think it's about a year. And I think on the people who are channel members, who can watch the channel member video, I did a video on it just to sort of break down what I got planned for the course. So it's going to take probably, I would say, a year for me to not to get it done. I'll probably have it done within maybe 6 months, but I want to do a little bit of testing and cleaning it up and making sure that it's all polished, shiny, and new. So it's going to come along. That's kind of a good thing. All right. So with that, I just want to thank you guys for all coming out here tonight and watching me labor through all the hot sauce. We'll be back here again. Well, heck, we'll be back here on Sunday. And that'll be a lot of fun. And until then, you guys have yourself a fantastic end of week. Have a great weekend. And I hope to see many of you on Sunday. This has been great. Thank you for being a part of my community, for being a part of our community. You guys all rock. And, can't wait to see you guys at the 5,000 as well. All right. Take care, everybody.